Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm just gonna hop right into this tutorial. So I'm going in with the Anastacia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm just gonna do my brows. I didn't film the whole thing on camera because I just wanted to shorten it as much as possible for you guys. So bloop, one brow done. You see the difference. I get complimented a lot on my regular eyebrows without them done, and I just be like, what? So I needed you guys to see the difference. Okay, there's a difference. Bow. All right, and now I'm going in with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour primer, and I put that down first because I feel like my eyeshadow just lasts a lot longer with that. And then this is Anastacia Beverly Hills primer as well, but it's more of a base. And I learned that from one of my YouTubers that I watch a lot. So I'm going in with the Anastacia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. It's the volume 3 one. I'm using this bright green, and I'm going right into the crease. I'm just trying to get as much of a color payoff from that green as possible. I'm just packing that on. Not worried about blending too much. It's kind of a habit for me to start trying to blend, but I'm trying not to. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brighter green, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend out that darker, still bright but darker green. And yeah, I'm just going to work that right into my brow bone a little bit and continue that until I feel like it's nice and blown out. Then I'm going to take this darker green in the corner of the palette. And honestly, this really probably didn't do anything. But for me, I always feel like little things you do just add a little extra oomph to the look. So I just wanted to kind of deepen that green just a little itty bitty tiny bit. Just a And now here I'm going to start cutting the crease. Yeah. So when I'm cutting the crease, I like to take like a little bit on my lid and blink up because that's kind of like a starting point from me. I didn't film me doing that, but that's just a little tip there. I didn't used to cut my crease a lot. This is newer for me, and I'm like loving it. I'm like, why haven't I been doing this all my life? And I'm actually using that Anastacia base to cut the crease. And I know, like, when I look down, it looks like it's a little bit like blotchy, but oh my god, the eyeshadows lay on it so nice. You don't see any like weird creasing or lines with the mattes. It's really nice. I highly recommend it. It only comes in a mini size, and it's only it's about $13. And this was my first time using it actually, and I really did enjoy it. So here I'm taking just a little bit more of that darker green shadow, and I always just go over it a little bit just to make sure I didn't lose it too much. I worked too hard to lose that for no cut crease, okay? And I'm taking a bright yellow. This is still in the Norvina 3 volume 3 palette, and I'm starting to pack that yellow right on the lid. Being careful not to go over that line or where we cut the crease at, keeping it nice and neat. So now I'm taking a little bit of that gold in that palette, and I'm just kind of like adding a little bit again of that oomph to the look. I could have just took the yellow all over the crease and blended it into the green, but I thought adding that pop of gold right on the outer edge of my lid would just add a little bit more dimension to the look and make it a little sexy. Let's use that word today. A little sexy. And you'll see me keep going back and forth with it because I'm trying to make sure that there's no harsh lines between the yellow and the gold. I really wanted that to blend into one another really nicely. So now I'm going to take that green and start blending that into the gold right on the outer edge of the lid. I'm taking a precision blending brush here, kind of what I used to go over the crease earlier, and I'm just using this to help blend out that green into the gold really nicely. And here's the little star of the show. These are the Anastacia Beverly Hills cake liners. This trio set is in neon. It comes with a purple, white, and orange. And I'm going to take that orange and just go over this liner, which I didn't do the black line on camera because that would have took too long. So I want to talk about these cake liners a little bit. It's water activated. So what I do is I take a little cap and I use this precision liner brush here, and it's really small, and I just take a little bit up on the brush and I dip it into the water, and then make sure I test it out like on the back of my hand and make sure I'm getting that pigment I want. You do have to go over the line a few times to get the color payoff, but it's so pretty when you do it. What's something else about them? Oh, don't worry about the pot. Like, you can put as much water in there and it's not going to ruin the product or anything like that. So you see me take a black liner here and I'm just fixing anywhere where I feel like I might have went down too far with the orange. And easy fix. Whew. Okay, I think that's my line. Jeez. And that's really how I felt about it. Because you stop breathing sometimes and I just, I'm not trying to die doing my makeup, y'all. So I'm taking the Urban Decay glitter liner and I'm just going over my crease with that. Just to, again, add a little oomph. Not necessary, but needed. And so here I'm applying my lashes, and I'm applying the lashes on camera because I was asked to do that before. But this part I really dislike. I know it's needed, but this is like my little struggle. So I did skip the foundation and concealer on camera and I went to straight setting. So right now I'm setting my concealer and I'm using the Ben Nye banana powder and the Huda setting powder. And I kind of mixed them both together. Don't ask me why. I just like to. So then I'm just like patting the excess powder away. I don't like to swipe. I feel like it kind of ruins everything we did. So I try to pat. Excuse my deep circles. I was like kind of dehydrated this day, and dehydration really affects my skin. Moving along, I'm using the Sephora contour palette to contour today and most days. And I'm just going under the chin because, you know, I gotta try to slim up this double chin thing I got going on. You know, one of these days I'm gonna work on that. One of them. I gotta be careful. I can't go too far, like, on my forehead, because my forehead really not that big. But I be wanting to go ham, and I can't. And then I'm just using that same banana powder and Huda powder, fixing that contour up a little bit. So I don't bake too harshly. Like, I literally just kind of put it there, get the color, like the highlight effect, and then I dust it away. And here I'm actually going over a little bit because it was a little harsher than I liked. And I'm kind of like defeating the purpose a little bit. But I wanted to soften it up. I didn't want it to be that harsh. Like, I feel like that harsh line is not flattering. Here I'm using this Jaclyn Hill Mood Light powder. It's like illuminating powder, but it's not really, it's not a highlighter. It's not super sheeny. It's not shiny or glittery. It literally just adds oomph. You're going to hear me say that a lot. It just adds a little oomph to the look. It's like delicately, softly brightens it up a little bit. Here I'm using this new technique that I saw Nikki Tutorials use, where she took bronzer and put it all over her nose, and then she took the setting powder and kind of like went around it to contour her nose, and hers came out really good, and mine was like, what? But that was my first time doing that, and I kind of just went with it. I put a little highlighter there, try to make it pop a little bit. I didn't see too much of a difference. I might try the technique again, but maybe not. So here I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm using the green eyeshadow and applying it to my lower lash line. On this eye, you'll actually see that I used the Anastacia base to apply that green shadow because it just brightens it up. I didn't want it to look darker at the bottom. So I'm taking another pencil brush, but this one is a bit fluffier, and I'm using that lighter green that I used to blow out the crease at the top, and I'm using that to blow it out at the bottom. Same thing you do at the top crease, you want to do at the bottom lash line. Now here's where things get a little tricky. I'm actually using that cake liner, and I'm applying it to my waterline. And if your eyes water a lot, this is going to be a little bit problematic. And then I'm kind of breaking all the rules here because you don't want to apply a liquid to your eyelid because it just kind of moves. So what I do to offset that is I actually took a bright orange shade in that palette and I set the lower waterline. Like I set the waterline. And that helps the color stay there all day. Even if I'm using an eyeliner, I always set the waterline with a eyeshadow color very similar. And here I'm going in with a highlight color. I'm just adding that to my inner corners for that extra oomph. There we go again, oomph. I'm using a Ciate London brush. I mean blush. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I did put everything in the description box. So I'm taking that cake liner again, and I'm just applying some polka dots outside of that winged liner there because I just thought that was just such a cute little touch. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Just applying some mascara to my lower lashes. And now I'm applying my highlight. I'm a little OD when it comes to this part. First, I use a like bronzing highlight, something just a little subtle, and I go over every possible part of my face that I feel like is needed. And then I take a little bit more highlighter that's a little bit brighter. It's levels to the highlight, okay? So I'm taking the Becca Champagne Pop and I'm applying that. And then I go in a third time and added Becca Opal just a little bit. But because I know I added a lot, I did blend it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now I'm just applying some lip liner. So I'm using a Colourpop Lippie, and the shade will be in the description box. I'm taking a small brush to kind of blend that out. And now my favorite part, the setting spray. The setting spray. Yes, come alive. Get rid of that nasty powdery look. We about to look dewy. Yes. And do you see that highlight now? Yes, it's just popping now. Like, now all of that makeup is skin. And I'm just taking a beauty blender and just patting it in all over my face. And we are done. And that's the final look. And thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up and share. Chicken juice at the motherfucking bottom. This is harder than my region could say. Partly cutting off. Oh, I know this part is gonna cut off. I don't care. Yeah, I knew this part was gonna. This shit hard. Are you just coming up with this on your own, or did you see something? No, I just came up with it on my own, actually. Drinked it up last night. Really? No, I don't know. I just was like, I'm going to do a citrus look. Lemon, lime, and orange. Zesty. Yeah, zesty. I like it. It can be a caption. Yeah, I'm going to have to use that one. But I don't like, nope, you know what? I'll cut the crease with gold.